Long ago, when forests were still vast and rivers flowed as clear as glass, there was a green valley called Dewdrop Valley. The place always seemed peaceful. Mornings were filled with the scent of wet grass, afternoons were decorated with colorful butterflies, and nights were illuminated by thousands of stars that looked close enough to touch. In that valley lived a young deer named Luma. Luma lived with her mother beneath a great oak tree, whose roots stretched out like giant arms embracing the earth. Their home was warm, lined with soft, dry leaves and fragrant wild lavender flowers. Luma was a kind little deer, but she had one habit that often made her mother smile with amusement. She always had trouble falling asleep. Every night, while the other animals closed their eyes and drifted off to sleep, Luma remained awake, gazing up at the sky. "Do stars sleep too?" she asked one evening. Her mother chuckled softly. "Of course, every living thing needs rest." "But why do the stars keep shining?" "Maybe," her mother answered gently, "because they want to keep little creatures company when they can't sleep." Luma liked that answer. That night, the air felt cool and fresh. The wind blew softly through the pine trees. The moon hung large and round in the sky like a golden lantern. Yet Luma still wasn't sleepy. "I want to take a little walk," she said quietly. Her mother nodded. "Don't go too far. I promise." Luma stepped out of their nest. The night grass felt cool beneath her hooves. Dew sparkled like tiny crystals under the moonlight. The forest at night was very different from the daytime. It wasn't noisy, it wasn't rushed. Everything moved slowly and peacefully. Luma followed a narrow path toward the river. Near the water, she noticed something flickering. A tiny firefly was flying low above the grass. "Hello," said Luma. The firefly twirled gently in the air. "Hello, I'm Nini." Her light blinked softly like a tiny lamp. "Why aren't you asleep yet?" Nini asked. Luma sat beside the river. "I'm not sleepy yet." Nini giggled softly. "My work is only just beginning." "Work?" "I take care of the night's light." Luma stared in amazement. "Wow." Nini flew in circles around her. "The night is dark, so I help make it a little more beautiful." They sat together for a while, listening to the sound of the flowing river. Not long after, they heard rustling coming from the bushes. Luma quickly turned her head. Out from behind the bushes appeared a plump white rabbit named Momo. His ears were long, and one of them flopped downward. "Oh goodness," Momo said, panting. "I thought there was a wolf nearby." "It's just us," Luma replied with a small laugh. Momo sighed in relief. "I'm looking for mint leaves for my grandmother's bedtime tea." "Bedtime tea?" Luma asked curiously. "Yes," Momo answered. "Whenever Grandma can't sleep, my mother makes her warm tea." Nini blinked brightly in the air. "Maybe Luma needs bedtime tea too." Luma laughed shyly. "I just like the nighttime." Momo sat beside them. "I like the night too. It makes the world feel slower." The three of them gazed up at the sky. Clouds drifted slowly like giant white ships. Crickets chirped softly in the distance. "Sometimes," Momo said quietly, "I feel like the night has stories of its own." "What do you mean?" Luma asked. "The daytime is so busy. All the animals work, play, and run around. But the night feels like a time for listening." "Listening to what?" "To the voice inside our hearts." Luma fell silent, thinking about that. A moment later, they heard slow footsteps approaching from the bamboo bridge. "Tug, tug, tug." An old turtle slowly walked toward them. His name was Toma. His shell was covered with thin green moss, and his eyes always looked calm and gentle. "A peaceful night," he said with a smile. "Hello, Toma," they greeted him. Toma sat near the river. "I saw you from afar. Why are you still awake?" "We're enjoying the night," Luma answered. "That's good," Toma said. "But don't forget, little bodies need rest too." Luma lowered her head. "I know, but sometimes my thoughts are too noisy." Toma nodded slowly as if he understood. "In that case, I have an idea." "What is it?" Luma asked. "We walk slowly." "Walk?" "Yes, sometimes tired feet help quiet a busy mind." So they began walking together through the forest. Nini flew ahead of them like a tiny lantern. The narrow trail was bathed in moonlight. Tall trees swayed gently in the wind. As they passed an old cedar tree, a loud snoring sound echoed nearby.
Girl!
Momo jumped in surprise. What was that? Behind the tree trunk lay a large bear asleep while hugging an empty beehive. "That's Bruno," Toma said calmly. "He ate too much honey again." Bruno snored so loudly that a small bird above them woke up for a moment before falling asleep again. They all laughed softly so they wouldn't wake him. Their journey continued toward a wide meadow. And there, Luma stopped in amazement. Thousands of fireflies filled the air. The entire meadow looked like a sky full of stars that had fallen down to earth. Nini flew proudly above them. "This is where we gather." Momo lay down in the grass. "It's beautiful." The night breeze carried the sweet scent of wild jasmine. The grass swayed like gentle green waves. Toma sat down slowly. "Long ago," he said, "I used to come here with my best friend." "Where is your friend now?" Luma asked. "He has grown very old. He lives near the northern waterfall now. Do you miss him?" Toma smiled softly. "Of course. But good memories keep the heart warm." Luma listened while watching the glowing fireflies. Slowly, sleepiness began to creep over her. Her eyes grew heavier, but their nighttime journey was not over yet. From far away came the sound of soft singing. "That's an owl," whispered Momo. They followed the sound until they reached a large hollow tree. There sat a gray owl named Elora. Her eyes were large and round, and her voice was very gentle. "Hello, nighttime wanderers," she said. "We're walking around to help Luma get sleepy," Nini explained. Elora chuckled softly. "That's a wonderful idea." The owl slowly spread her wings. "I have something for all of you." "What is it?" Luma asked. "A bedtime story." They all sat together beneath the tree. Elora began telling a story about a little cloud that was afraid to become rain because it did not want to fall from the sky. But one day the wind said, "Sometimes we must change so the world can grow." In the end, the little cloud became gentle rain that helped flowers bloom. Elora's voice was calm, soft, warm. Luma's eyes slowly drooped half shut. She nearly fell asleep sitting there. Seeing that, Momo smiled. "I think the story worked." But Toma quietly said, "The journey home is also part of sleep." So they escorted Luma back to the hill where her home rested. The night grew later. Thin mist drifted between the trees. The stars looked softer now. When they arrived near her home, Luma let out a long yawn. "I'm really sleepy now." Her mother stepped out of the nest and smiled at her. "A long nighttime adventure?" Luma nodded slowly. "I met many friends and heard many stories." Her mother covered Luma with warm leaves. "What did you learn tonight?" Luma thought for a moment. That the night isn't lonely. The night is filled with tiny lights, gentle sounds, and kind friends. Her mother kissed her forehead. That's true. Luma closed her eyes. Outside the nest, crickets sang softly. The night breeze carried the scent of pine trees and wildflowers. In the distance, fireflies still flickered like tiny dancing stars. And finally, for the first time in a very long while, Luma fell into a deep and peaceful sleep. Meanwhile, the entire forest remained calm, beneath the watch of the moon and the gentle light of the night. The end.